What's up everybody? I'm coming at you with another voiceover. So for this tutorial, I'm starting with the usual, my Clinique Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly all over my face. Then I'm taking my NYX BB cream. I love this as an alternative to foundation. It's so much less clogging, but it also has sort of a medium coverage to it, so I really like it. Just taking that all over a foundation brush and patting it into my face. Next, I'll be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I love this concealer. It has such a flawless finish. So I'll be doing it in the usual spots to highlight. So my forehead, under my eyes, my cupid's bow down my nose, and on my jaw area. So once that's on my face, I'm not going to blend it in just yet. I'm gonna go ahead with my dark concealer first, and I'll be putting it on the outer edges of my face to contour. So now I'm taking a flat foundation brush. You can use any foundation brush. You can even use a beauty blender if you like. This brush happens to be from Younique. I really love it and I highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it, but if not, no worries. So I like to start with the light areas first. If you start with the dark areas first, you might not get the result you're looking for. So I'll just be buffing out the lighter areas and blending it out into the skin. And once I'm done doing the lighter parts, that's when I'll start with the darker. So I'll go in and just make sure that the colors blend into one another. And when you're doing your forehead, you want to actually get even a little bit in your hairline. That way there is no seam between where the foundation starts and where your hairline ends. And for nose contouring, I'm going to take that same dark concealer stick. This is from Pure Cosmetics. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but yeah, just 2 lines down the sides of your nose, 1 across the tip, and then bring it into the eyebrow area. And I'm taking the other end of that Younique brush. It has a blunt flat tip, which I really love. If you can't get your hands on it, like I said, no worries, any concealer brush will work. But I really like this brush because all you have to do is press it into the skin because it has a flat tip. So I'll be taking the lighter part of the concealer, the other end of the stick, and I'll be drawing 2 lines next to the dark lines, if that makes any sense, and blending it all together. I know I said I'll be making a nose contouring video, and I will be making one soon, I promise. So this is the Ben Nye banana powder. I go ahead and I'm lightly baking it under the eyes and on my jaw area and on my chin and on my forehead. This is a very light bake. I'm not putting too much product, and I'm just gonna let it sit there for a couple minutes. You guys know I love my brows. So this is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. Today I am actually opting for a little bit of a thicker, fuller brow. I love this makeup because it's so thick and full coverage, and you can really play with the shape of your eyebrow if you want it. So today I'm doing more of an S shape. An S shape is when it starts low and then it works its way sort of really high and arched at the highest point, if that makes any sense. You guys will see in a second what I mean. So I'll just be doing it on the other brow. So notice how I made it super high arch, and I'm guiding myself with the lower part of the angle. So then I'll take a fluffy blending brush and I'll just buff out that Ben Nye banana powder so there's no traces of it. And you want to make sure to blend your nose to remove any harsh lines from the dark concealer stick. Next, I'm taking my Age Rewind concealer. I love this concealer, guys. If you can get your hands on it, or if you can't get your hands on the Shape Tape, I would say definitely get this instead. This is almost a very, very close second. This brush happens to be from Bare Minerals, so I'm just gonna take it and apply it all over my eyelid. I need my coffee first. So then I will be taking my Anastasia contouring kit. I'm taking the second darkest color in that palette, and I'm just gonna be buffing it all over my eyelid with a fluffy brush to set the concealer. This is going to make the eyeshadow application so much smoother. Next, I'm taking this really pretty palette it's from NYX and Ulta. They did a collab. I didn't know they did collaborate with one another, but I guess they do. So I'm taking this really dark, deep purple color and I'm packing it on the crease. And what I'm doing is tapping it on the outside, and then when I get closer to my corner of my eye, I'll do little windshield wiper motions. But you really want to pack it on for this technique. I know normally I start my eyelids with a transition shade, and that is definitely a technique that I use all the time, but this technique also comes out beautiful when done correctly. So you want to do the darkest shade first in the crease. And then basically what I'm doing is taking a clean, fluffy brush, and this lightest color, it's like a champagne color, and I'm buffing out the outer edge, the edge that's closest to my eyebrow. And I'm just buffing that out so one sort of blends into the other. Okay, then I will be taking my Urban Decay brush. It's just a flat synthetic brush, and I'm dipping it in this really pretty pink color in that same palette. You can apply this technique with any palette of your choice. It doesn't have to be a palette like this, but as long as you understand the concept of where to put the dark versus the light. So yeah, just sort of packing that all over the lid. Then I'm taking more of that champagne color and blending it in. Next, I'll be taking my Anastasia blush kit, and this is the second and the third color. I mix them together. And I like to smile a little bit when I'm doing my blush. That way I can see where the apples of my cheeks are. Next, I'm taking just a flat blending brush and blending out any harsh lines from the blush. Then I'll be doing my eyeliner. I am going with a winged liner as usual. You guys know I love that look. This is a black gel liner, and I'm using it with a really small pencil brush. Next, I'm going back into that eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking that deep purple color, and with a small angled brush, I am pressing it into the bottom lash line. Then I'll be taking a fluffy brush and blending that out. And I'll be doing the same for the other side. So press it in first to make the line and then buff it out. Next, I'm taking such a tiny amount of this Makeup Revolution highlighter. You guys know this is my favorite highlighter. I like to take a tiny dab on each side of the high points of my cheekbones to ensure that I have an equal amount on both sides. Then I always just take my finger and go down my Cupid's bow. And then a really small amount on my forehead. You really want to do a good job blending, so I like to do it with my fingers as well after the brush. So down my nose, the tip of my nose. Now it's time for lips. This is my nude liner. You can use any nude liner with this look. When you're doing darker eyes, nude lips look amazing. So you guys know my technique from my other videos, but yeah, I like to do the outside line first, and then I like to just fill in the corners. Next, I'm taking my NYX liquid lipstick in the color Satin Ribbon, such a pretty color. And I'll be going in with my eyelashes. These are more of a natural eyelash, they're not too dramatic. And then I will be finishing this all up with some mascara, just so the fake lashes have something to stick to. And I love the way the mascara looks on the bottom lash line against the dark purple. It comes out really pretty. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something from it, and you might be able to use this for Valentine's Day. I think it's very sweet and sexy and pretty, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again.